What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes here, back with another action figure news update. And today we're going to be discussing a ton of reveals that have been showcased. Now, in case you guys don't know, WonCon or One Hobby is taking place in Japan currently, and while I don't really know what this event entails, I do know that there have been a lot of action figure prototypes and announcements that have been showcased, which is what we're going to be discussing today. Now, that being said, I'm not going to cover everything. I'm just going to go over the figures that I'm excited for, some that I know you guys are going to be excited for, and such and such. You guys know how these videos work, and in case you don't and you're new here, go ahead and drop a like for your boy, as I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Starting off with some news that wasn't showcased at Wonderfest. This was something that I actually missed recently, and I want to discuss it. Now, the first thing we have on the list here is the 1/12 scale Real Anime Keep Going, the White Ghost action figure. And from what I know, this is a third-party company, and I don't really buy a whole lot of third-party products, mostly because I just collect so much other stuff that I try not to even step into that lane. But I found out about this because of the homie Articulated Ninja. If you're not following him, make sure you go do so on Instagram and subscribe to his YouTube channel. But yes, I found out about this figure because of his YouTube channel. And you guys already know, as soon as I saw this, I thought Orochimaru. I mean, it looks just like him, especially with the extended neck and the long tongue, the pale skin, the long hair. It just screams Orochimaru, and I'm sold. All I had to do was see this and see that it was 1/12 scale, and I wanted it. And so this was one I already knew I had to talk about as soon as I saw it. Now, currently, this is up for pre-order on 5K Toys. You can pay a deposit of $12. I don't even think they have the option to pay it out in full, maybe because so many people have already pre-ordered it. I'm not really sure how they do their window, but it is set for Q2 or Q3 of 2024, meaning it will be coming this year, and I'm definitely going to be getting it. Now, moving right along and getting into what was actually showcased at Wonderfest, we're going to start things off with a little bit of Buzzmod. Now, I know I haven't talked about them in quite some time. Quite frankly, it's because I've stopped collecting these. I just feel like these figures aren't worth the price that they go for, but there are some people that think, hey, this is the best Demon Slayer line, and I'm not going to say anyone's right or wrong. We have Genya and his brother Senemi, which this makes complete sense because Genya was a pivotal character in the very last arc, and I think Senemi, and I think I'm pronouncing his name right, Senemi is going to be a pivotal character in the next arc. I'm not going to spoil why, but it just makes sense. They really are going along with the way that the anime is taking place. Now, for a while, they were kind of keeping up with it. They were neck and neck with their releases and the anime. We've already got Muichiro up for pre-order, and then we've got Mitsuri up for pre-order, which again, two characters that were pivotal in the last arc. They're following a trend here, and Buzzmod is releasing these figures very, very well. Now, for the time being, we don't have any updates on these. This is literally all we've gotten. They haven't shown any more displays, given any kind of pre-order window, any kind of ETAs for when they're going to release. But that's fine. You guys already know I am still going to be keeping you all updated with these, even though I don't collect these figures anymore. But yeah, if you're happy about these characters, rejoice, they're going to be coming. Now, moving right along and getting into some Figma, I'm going to be honest with you guys, we're stepping into unknown territory, at least for myself, with some of the figures that are showcased on screen right now, but I know at least two of them. Now, first off, we have the Figma Hell's Paradise Sagiri Asaimon, and we already knew this was coming because of the fact we've got Gabimaru up for pre-order. Now, I'm going to pre-order this if it does go up anytime soon, because you guys know I love me some Hell's Paradise, but I'm always iffy on Figma. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with Figma. Now, I'm not expecting these figures to be bad, but when I see a lot of things going on, there's always room for error when it comes to them. Now, I'm not saying that about Sagiri. I honestly think that one's going to be pretty decent. Looking at the Link figure, which is right underneath her, I'm going to be honest, I'm very excited for it. I love Link in blue. I don't know what it is. It looks like an outstanding figure. And to be honest, I've had both of the previous Link releases, not the Kid Link, but I've had both of the previous Link releases, and I loved both of them. And so I'm expecting this figure to be just as good. Now, the two on the right, up and or the top and the bottom, I have no idea who these characters are. I know somebody's going to say something. Ace, I've never owned a Nintendo, so I was never able to play any of the Legend of Zelda games. I just kind of eyed them from afar and enjoyed them through other people. But anyway, the character on the top right looks good, man. It looks good. Even though it's just a prototype, it looks good. I feel like that's a figure I am going to enjoy as long as he doesn't have any QC issues. I'm going to pick up all four of these, not going to lie. I don't know who the character on the bottom right is, but I know all of you Legend of Zelda fans are probably really excited for these, which is exactly why I had to talk about them. Now, for the time being, all of these images were just showcased on Good Smile Company's page. There is no pre-order with Figma. Sometimes it takes a little while. But of course, as always, once I get any kind of information on these, I am going to be giving you guys the update. For now, I'm just trying to keep your enthusiasm up. I am really excited for all of these. Now, switching things up and getting into some Revoltech, who, in my opinion, absolutely stole the show. First off, we have a look at the Batman that has already gone up for pre-order. It is the Arkham Knight Batman. And now that I'm looking at this on display, it still looks great, but I feel like they upped the muscle mass on this. Like, I don't know if it's me. Maybe it looked like this in the promo images and I just didn't really pay attention, but does it look like they just added a whole lot more bulk to this figure? Like, he looks jacked, which granted, he was very big in the video game, but like, they added a whole lot of mass onto this guy. And I know Revoltech is known for doing that. All of their figures usually come out pretty muscular, pretty bulky, like their Moon Knight, their Black Panther. Spider-Man's probably the thinnest out of all of their figures. They did it with the Captain America, but like, this dude looks... like, you guys know where I'm going with it. Now, it still looks good. I'm still going to get it. I still think it's going to be the best Arkham Knight Batman, hands down. But I'm like, geez, man, like, it really looks like they added some mass to him. I wish they would slim it down just a little bit. I don't think it's going to mess with the articulation, but time will tell. Of course, we'll see. Revoltech is known for posability, so it should be fine, but still, it's just like a personal little nitpick. I would like it if the figure was a bit thinner. Now, anyway, we do also have two other schoolgirls that are added to the line that I don't remember. They showcased one and it went up for pre-order a couple of weeks ago, and now we have two more that I'm going to be getting. Look, I don't know, man. I don't know. These Revoltech schoolgirl figures just are very appealing to me, especially the one on the right. Like, I'm just saying, I'm going to get that one, and I'm going to be posing the hell out of these, doing all kinds of crazy action shots and just whatever comes to mind, man. I am really loving the look of these, and I'm sorry, they are topping Figma in these schoolgirl action figures. I know some people might not like it when I say that, but Figma got to step their game up, man. They got to step their game up if they're trying to compete with Revoltech. I will happily pay $60-$70 for these over a generic Figma that only comes with 3 faceplates and then hardly any accessories. And then sometimes Figma still charges more, but this ain't about Figma. These two figures look good. Once they go up for pre-order or we get any more details on them, of course, I'll be bringing that to you guys. But right now, displays are pretty much all we've got in this video, so don't really expect me to be giving you any kind of pre-order windows or release dates. And now moving on to what I think most Kaiyodo Revoltech collectors are excited for. We have the My Hero figures. Now, I showcase Shigaraki because they have him on display, but I'm not going to spend any time talking about him. If you want a better look at this figure, then go look at any website that has him up for pre-order so you can see the promo images. And on top of that, we've already discussed him before. Now, starting things off with Uraraka. Here we have what looks like it's going to be a beautiful figure. Now, I know that the Figma is highly sought after and it's pretty expensive right now. So if you missed out on that one, which was a good figure, it definitely lacked a little bit, but it wasn't bad. Now, obviously, Revoltech's about to knock it out of the park because just look at this thing, man. They are truly going all in on the My Hero Academia figures, and from the looks of it, she's still going to come with all the accessories that she needs. As you can see, she comes with a couple of floating rocks. Hopefully, she comes with the right hands for when her quirk is activated. That's something that Figma skipped out on. They didn't give her the pink fingertips, which I don't know how they skipped out on that, but either way, this looks really damn good. I'll discuss it more once we get some more images, hopefully sooner rather than later, but I'm digging it. I really am digging it for sure. Now, the one that I'm the most excited for is Dabi, because if you guys remember when I discussed this, the first thing I said, or maybe not the first, but one of the things I said was that I really hope they give him the white hair. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, I'm not gonna spoil, but I really wanted it, and I told you guys they were gonna throw it in. Revoltech knows what they're doing, and I'm so freaking proud of them, man. This Dabi just looks like it's going to be a very fun figure. We've already seen him as well as some of the accessories that he comes with, and I'm just waiting on that pre-order, man. Go ahead and give me that. Now, the last one we're going to discuss is this is one that I didn't think we were going to be getting. Well, I'm not going to say I didn't think we were going to be getting it. I discussed it, but I wasn't exactly sure if the rumor on this one was true, just because it didn't really seem like the proper direction for the My Hero Academia line to go right now. But here it is. We have Mirko. So all of the people who simp over this character, myself not included, here you go. Here is the happiness for you. Now, obviously, I'm going to be getting it. I'm picking up every figure in this line, but I really would have preferred Medio, or just honestly, even All for One. Like, there are so many other characters I think we should have got first. Kaminari, Yaozu, Mina. It's just so many other female characters. Give me Mount Lady. Give me, all right, you guys know I'm simping out. But yeah, give me Mount Lady. Give me Midnight. So many other characters. But I'm not going to complain about this. It does look very, very good. I'm just not that big a fan of this character. And I don't think Horikoshi is either. I mean, every chapter, she's losing limbs and whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Again, for the people that want this figure, here it is. I'm going to get it to review it. It's probably going to be a very damn good figure. I have high expectations for it, but it's just not one that I really want. Now, much to my surprise, I was sent this image the other day, and honestly, I was going to make a video on this, but I figured I might as well just go ahead and add it as an ending segment to this video, since I'm already discussing My Hero Academia Revoltech figures anyway. The next announced figure for this line is Himiko Toga. Now, for all of the people who were complaining we weren't getting enough villains, we are definitely getting our fill, because we've got Shigaraki, we've got Dabi, and then we've got who I think is probably the third most popular, Toga now, who has been announced. Now, other than this, the only characters that they can announce villain-wise are definitely All for One. I don't know how popular of a villain he is, but he could be next in line. Then, of course, we could get Stain. I know Stain is a very popular character. And then maybe Spinner, which I doubt. I don't think that many people like Spinner. Or even, what's his name? I don't know how I forgot the character's name all of a sudden. Twice. Twice would be a good option. But for me, if I was to choose the next villain, I'm sorry, it's got to be Lady Nagant. I would love to have her. I know she doesn't really play that big of a role, but she was so badass in the few episodes that she was in, and I would just love to have a figure of her. But anyway, on to Toga. This makes sense, man. She's a very popular character. Another one that I'm not that big of a fan of, to be honest, especially with how things played out with her in the manga. I never really cared for her from the beginning, but yeah, another figure that if you want it, looks like she's on the way. All in all, here we are again with another action-packed video full of action figures. Funny enough, I tried to make this video as short as possible, but it seems like every single time I try to do that, my videos still end up being about 15 to 20 minutes long when I'm covering everything. So at this point, I guess this is just going to be the standard time for all of my action figure news videos, unless I'm only discussing maybe one or two things. But I wanted to get this video out to you guys because I'm trying to drop as much content as I can, because on Tuesday, I am going to be going on vacation for about a week, and I'm not going to be dropping much content. If I drop anything at all, I might do a little bit of editing when I'm just kind of chilling and relaxing, but for the most part, I really want to just kick back and enjoy my vacay. And I always try to bring you guys as much content as possible. I have been slacking. Work has just been kicking my ass lately. But anyway, that's another story. Yeah, another action figure news video that I hope that you guys enjoyed. If so, I do want to know, what is there that we discussed today that you're excited for? Feel free to leave that information in the comments below. Is there anything that I missed? I'm pretty sure there's still things being showcased and displayed. If so, I'm going to try to get to it this weekend, because again, I'm going to be leaving Tuesday. But anyway, hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon and subscribe to everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.